Hey everybody, Cheese here. If I sound a little under the weather in this video, it's because I am. I'm a bit sick, but don't worry about it, I just really feel like recording this. So I'm just butting in here to mention one quick little thing. As you can totally tell from this voice recording that I'm not sick at all anymore. So in general, how things work on my channel is that I'll end up recording some stuff, and then I might not get around to editing it way later. Because of the topic, I can usually release it whenever, and it kind of makes sense. So this is what happened here. I'm in fact not sick right now. Can't remember the last time I was sick, which is honestly a good sign. And can't remember when I recorded this video either. In other words, that means this thing happened ages ago, and I'm feeling totally fine now. So if you were going to feel sorry that I am sick in this video, don't worry about it. It was probably literal months ago. I'm talking like more than 4. Maybe around like 5 or 6, I don't know. Like I said, I've renamed this so it isn't the original recording date on the video. Anyway, that was it. Back to the actual video. So, what's this video going to be about? Well, I wanted to talk about this one kind of obscure thing that happens on one of the Ratchet and Clank planets, and precisely this one, Planet Tando, the Megacorp Armory. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this is in Ratchet and Clank 2, by the way, so you can only really find this like little small Easter egg-like thing in Ratchet and Clank 2. So let's get right into it. What you need to do to get this Easter egg to happen is a few things I'm going to list now. So first of all, you want to go into the sound volume and turn off the music like I have here. In Ratchet and Clank 2, there are only 2 sound sliders, by the way. There's the sound effects volume, which just it works for everything, and then there's the music volume. But you want to turn down the music all the way to 0. Reason why you want to do this is because the music will most likely distract you from paying a lot of attention to the thing that's going to come next. The next thing you will want to do is you will want to go into the help desk message, and you want to turn both the voice and the text on. Otherwise, you will not actually get these messages, because these messages that you will get are counted as help desk messages. Okay, you got that? Good. Now, the next step we'll need to do is kill all of these tourists here. Hold on just a minute. My game's actually a little quiet. Let me just up the volume on that's the music volume. Up the volume on it a whole heap. That's much better. So, pretty much what you need to do is, to get this obscure thing to happen, is kill all the tourists like so. But unfortunately, in order to kill enough tourists, you will have to start killing them the moment they come out of the tourist bus. This tourist bus over here that hasn't actually spawned. So we're probably going to either have to wait all the way for the tourists to get to the end, or just reload this map, which is probably the better idea. It's definitely a better idea, reloading the map. However, in order to kill the tourists fastly and efficiently, I recommend a weapon that uses no ammo. You might be thinking, well, don't all the weapons in the game use ammo? No, they actually don't. If we go into the weapons menu here, some weapons like the Lancer here are great at killing the tourists, because it can be tapped. Like, you can tap the fire button and it will fire 1 or 2 bullets. It will go like kind of pew, 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 and not just rapid fire when you hold it down. Because when you hold it down, trust me, all 300 ammo it has is used up very quickly. So, you might be thinking, okay, what about the wrench? Isn't that a great choice? Well, the wrench can get really, really tiresome, because if you go up to a surface like this, and you start throwing it, it starts making, well, that noise. And you're like, okay, what about if I just start swinging the wrench as Ratchet? Well, he'll keep on making these grunt noises, such that noise there, and frankly, I find those annoying. So, I'm going to show you how to get my favorite weapon for just infinitely killing stuff, and that is the walloper here. So, the walloper, it will just continuously make this noise when you use it. In my opinion, that is much more pleasant sounding than either the wrench, ratchet swing, or using a weapon that actually takes ammo. You might be thinking, well, can't I just mute the sounds of the weapons but keep the sound of the help desk? No, unfortunately you can't, because if we go back to the sound menu here, that's the sound volume for everything. So if you mute this, you also mute the help desk. Ratchet and Clank 2 is a really old game, so we're just going to have to deal with this. But I'm going to show you right now the way you get the walloper, in case you haven't got it. By the way, timestamps will be in the description of this video, so if you really know how to get the walloper, skip right ahead to us killing the tourists. But yeah, I'm just going to right now go ahead and get to the place you get the walloper, which is Volcova Canyon at Barlow. And I'm just going to be using the way quicker way to get there. I'm not going to be doing the entire kind of circuit around the map to get there because, frankly, you don't actually really need to do that, like, at all. Well, I mean, you will need to do it the first time, but this is going to be really self-explanatory when it comes to killing the enemies because it's an early planet. They're kind of pushovers, honestly. They won't really do anything to you. In fact, the main reason I'm even coming here in the first place is because I wanted to explain something about this place. This is a lady get it off the Gadgetron vendor, like one of the only Gadgetron vendors left in this area, and here you can buy a heap of stuff, including, well, the walloper. Why isn't the walloper here? Okay, no, I just figured it out. I figured this is a really funny reason why it's not there. It's not there because it doesn't use ammo, so once you buy the weapon, you can't buy ammo for it. This lady actually isn't selling the weapons for anything, she's only selling the ammo for them. Because, like, all these weapons use ammo, but the walloper doesn't. So she will have the walloper. Now, the important thing I want to mention is that if you have a Ratchet and Clank 2 save file on the same memory card, or on the same hard drive that you have this kind of emulator installed, because I'm right now playing this on PSX2, an emulator, if you have your save games on the same hard drive, in the same kind of folder as Ratchet and Clank 2, and you have a Ratchet and Clank 1 save that you've, like, gotten and started emulating, and you've bought the walloper, you will be able to get it for free. Same goes for all the other weapons here, except for the Rhino 2, like Tesla Core, Decoy Glove, Visibomb Gun, and Bomb Glove. They are unfortunately unupgradable. But, yeah, that pretty much covers it. So let me put a quick cut in while we get back to, the Megacorp armory. In fact, no cuts needed. I just remembered. I can load the game. Thank you, autosave. It autosaved on this planet, so we're not at the previous one. I will put a cut in here now and get back to you once we're at the armory. Okay, so here we are back at the armory, and it pays to be quick because you want to get to this bus, and then, in general, you want to just start killing these people continuously. Might be a thing to do, but this is what we need to do to get the help desk, or more like Megacorp warning messages to actually show up. So I'm not going to put any cuts in here. I'm just going to record the entire thing. But I'm using the power of my editing software to squish it down, so you don't have to see me doing this entire thing, and I'll chime in once the warnings actually start showing up, so I'll see you then.
Megacorp Public Relations would like to request that you kindly refrain from killing any more tourists. Thank you for your cooperation.
That is, yeah, that right there. Actually didn't take that long to get. I'm just continuously killing tourists, and the first warning's already popped up, so that was like Megacorp Public Relations saying, please stop killing our tourists. Oh yeah, by the way, when doing this, make sure you don't, rocket yourself off the cliff with the walloper. But yeah, we're just gonna wait now and get to the next message.
While we appreciate your interest in the tourism program here at the Megacorp Armory, we feel that your attention might be better focused on the fascinating and quite dangerous native wildlife.
Yeah, that's the second message that pops up. They're actually talking about the Megacorp test squirrels, and they're not wrong because the test squirrels here will actually actively eat the tourists. So the Megacorp Public Relations is pretty much going, are you kidding me? One of our own employees, because Ratchet is technically a Megacorp employee here, is going on a murder spree, basically Postal 2-like, killing all the tourists, like sending them off the cliff and just walloping them into oblivion, when we got test squirrels on our hands too. Why can't I just kill the test squirrels?
Your continued slaying of tourists greatly distresses us. We trust that you will require no further warnings on this subject, and will cease all murderous activity at once.
And there you have the next warning. As you can see, the warnings are really interesting because they start getting more threatening. Like that one's like, we trust you will cease the murderous activity. I'm like, oh damn, is like Megacorp up to something here? When I was younger, by the way, I continuously murdered the tourists, even though I felt really bad about it, because, I mean, don't you want to hear what happens with the next message? I mean, of course you do now. I've strung you along for the video, kind of, so we're going to see the next one for sure. Putting another cut in.
As a final courtesy to thank you for your interest in the Megacorp Armory, your actions have been reported to the Robotics Division of MASB, Megacorp Against Senseless Brutality. We trust their response will be swift and merciless. Have a nice day.
And there you have it, like, I mean, honestly, holy crap, like, when I was playing this game as a kid, I did not expect the message there to be that threatening. And that's the last one you see. I can actually stop killing tourists now. And I'm pretty sure that's the last one we'll see. You know what? I'm gonna put another cut in here. I'm just gonna, like, kill tourists for another, like, minute or so. And we're going to see if we get another message, because I want to be absolutely sure that was the last message. Okay, so it's been like another minute or so where I've been killing tourists, and nothing has happened. So I'm just going to back away from Fizz Widget here, the Fizz Widget robot here, so we don't have to hear his blabbering. But yeah, I pretty much could end the video here, because I've shown you the thing. However, I wanted to talk a little bit about this before the video ends and give my thoughts, because I think they're kind of interesting. So first of all, the interesting thing about this is that the swift retaliation that the Megacorp Tourist Advisory Board, whatever they call themselves, gives you never actually happens. Which, in my honest opinion, is quite actually disappointing. Like, I was expecting something to happen. And you know what I think? I think that this is due to time constraints of the developers when developing this game. I think they wanted to put something in here that comes along and totally blitzes you, scares the crap out of you, and can potentially kill you, but they didn't have enough time to put it in. Why do I think this? Well, I'm going to actually play a clip right now of a cutscene later in the game with Angela Cross, one of the characters in it. By the way, this is spoilers for the late game, so I suggest avoiding the cutscene if you don't want to. So I'm going to give a brief explanation of what the cutscene is now, but basically one of the characters in the game, by the name of Angela Cross, alludes to it's a bit of an inside joke with the developers, and she kind of alludes to them not having enough development time to put everything they wanted in Ratchet & Clank 2, and according to some other, I forget where I heard these sources, but I heard some sources online that Ratchet & Clank 2 and 3 were made with one year after Ratchet & Clank 1, which is not much development time at all for a video game. So I think there was a lot of crunch involved, and crunch is the term. It's a kind of bad term in the workplace, where basically people are kind of expected / somewhat coerced / not actually forced, but almost forced to work overtime and that kind of stuff. And it's not a happy time. That's what crunch means. So I got a feeling that the developers had that happen. So if everyone is okay with spoilers, or who doesn't care about spoilers, or already played Ratchet & Clank 2, I'm going to play the clip of what Angela Cross is saying right now. Okay, so after that clip has played, this is pretty much almost the point where I can end the video. I just want to show you one last thing, and that is kind of my recreation of what I think the rapid and deadly response by Megacorp would be. So give me a quick moment while I can see if I can load into another save where I don't have that high armor, because any enemies that would face me now would just plink off my armor and do nothing, so I want to show you the full experience.
Ratchet, we have company.
Where?
Attention, Megacorp employee. You have been selected for disciplinary action.
Where?
You are ordered to remain stationary until I am able to reduce you to a pile of ash with my plasma cannons. Failure to comply will result in your little robot buddy being pressed with charges as well.
But, sir...
Target is currently behaving like a test squirrel on a sugar rush. Command, please advise. Command, the target has performed what is called a skater move and fell off the hydroelectric dam. Death confirmed. Mission success. Returning to primary command post. Processing promotion. Initiating joy subroutines. Yay, this is the happiest day of my life.
So yeah, I think you can see what I mean when I'm saying my perceived response of theirs would be just this massive security robot just coming in and trying to seriously wipe you out. That pretty much would be kind of terrifying for me. But I'm almost ready to end the video. But I just wanted to kind of mention the reason why I'm here. Reason why I'm here is because I wanted to actually read you the help desk messages because they are actually stored in a log in the help menu in the menu. The reason why I've came to Slim Cognito's ship shack is because the place seems very cozy, and I didn't want to have Fizzwidget constantly talking in the background. And here we can hear the sounds of the menu as I open it up, because frankly, opening all this up with no menu sounds would seem a bit weird. So here we are in the help menu. First up is Monsterpedia, but we're looking for the help log. Here's where we can review the here's where we can review the all the stuff. So all of this is stuff like, oh, this is when I get the mapper, which is like this item that reveals secret stuff on the map. This is like about a lot of the later controls. This is about ship controls, which for some stupid reason showed up really late in the game. And this is first person mode. But then we get to the interesting messages and what they're actually labeled. And I find this really interesting. So the first message when killing the tourists is called, please stop. And this is the one I was talking about, where it's like public relations would like tell you to stop killing tourists. The next one is labeled not nice, which is the one where we appreciate the interest in you killing the tourists of our armory. Not really, thank you very much. Then we have getting angry, where they're saying it greatly distresses us, like cease. We warn you to cease murderous activity at once because you're killing far too many of them. And the last one is actually labeled payback time. Now, this is the main reason why I think there actually is meant to be something trying to kill you. Because I don't think the developers would go through the time and effort to label one of the help logs payback time, of all things, and not have something actually come and try and kill you. Because in my opinion, that would be quite awesome, lore-wise too. Because when you think about it, Ratchet is not only an employee of Megacorp. At the start of the game, he's straight up a commando, personally trained by Fizzwidget's goons, probably. And knowing all kinds of things, such as heavy weapons and origami making. And not killing, the intro actually says origami making. He can do that now. And I don't know why I brought that up, actually. I just thought it was funny. But the cool thing I find here is the fact that Megacorp is a business at the core of things. And as a business, they're willing to brutally murder one of their own employees because they are not okay with the potential psychopath running around killing tourists and ruining their reputation, no matter how much you've done to them at this point. At this point in the game, you have done something big for them. I don't want to spoil it in case you haven't played Ratchet and Clank 2, and I know even everyone has, but it's a big story point where you do something real big for Fizzwidget. It's kind of what he wants you to do in the first place, and if you kind of view the opening, you kind of get what I'm getting. I mean, I'm being kind of vague here, but you do something nice and big for Megacorp, and they're still willing to kill you, which I find just in general real cool. And this is the point where I can end the video, because I don't really have anything else to say about this. There's nothing else I can add to it. I just thought this was a really cool, kind of little Easter egg thing. And I hope you did too. But yes, ending the video right now.
Command, what is a skate move?